the only thing lower than the credibility of the BBC is the intelligence of its journalists. The BBC, Anand, is a methane-spewing landfill of lies, fraud and selectivity. BBC is a factory of fraud and fake news. Let me just give you a few examples out of hundreds. BBC omitted alleged child rape by immigrant as doublest protest trigger. BBC implied Israeli fans caused Maccabi match tension, not locals. BBC posted outdated September Trump Brazil story as current. BBC aired Gaza documentary that hid narrators Hamas ties. BBC aired unverified Hamas claim of IDF killing 30 at Gaza 8 site. This is just this year. In 2018, BBC pulled down its report on Indian fake news because the report itself relied on fake news. In 2016, it retracted its report claiming the protest march against bombing in Syria attacked an MP's house. In 2011, it apologized for Prima for a fictitious child labor Bangalore story. In 2015, it published the fake claim that India was funding MQM. In 2010, it apologized for its fake report claiming Live Aid charity money was being used in Ethiopia to buy weapons. In 2011, it retracted its fake news that a dog was stoned to death in Israel. In 2015, it retracted its fake story that a Nigerian hotel serving human meat. And the supreme irony is, the recent BBC documentary slandered Modi, who has been fact-checked by the Supreme Court, but it didn't fact-check those they call on the documentary to slander. Take Arundhati Roy, for example. They gave her space to rant, but didn't reveal her psychopathic claim that a riot victim, Kausar Banu's womb was ripped open and her fetus brandished at a smoke point by Modi's Hindutva brigade was authoritatively debunked by none other than the Chief Information Commissioner of India, who went to the trouble to not only locating the family but also the doctor. Finally, from spurious Rwanda genocide documentary to a blatantly one-sided coverage of the recent Delhi riots, to blaming Hindu hierarchy for Muslims raping a Dalit, to claiming Kaziranga poachers were victims, to EVM hacking conspiracies, to spreading fake news about a Sikh policeman getting death threats for saving a Muslim, to calling terrorist Burhan Wani a rebel leader. The Beeb has done it all for the sake of propaganda. Now on what is being said. This is what the BBC said, quote, Nepal, protesters brought down a government in 48 hours. In Madagascar, a youth-led movement topples its leader. In Bangladesh, anger over corrupt brought regime change. But India's Gen Z seem more watchful than rebellious. I'm afraid, Anand, this is nothing but a thinly veiled war cry for a regime change. The tone, tenor, the entire lament is prodding Indians to come on the streets and start a revolution. But India's Gen Z aren't deranged like BBC journalists, be it CA or farm laws. They know both were demanded first by the Congress and the opposition, and the manufactured protests were a desperate attempt to hide its youth with violence. So this is not happening. Sorry, the Beeb.